Hello. It's Dr. Savage. Just had to hop on real quick to give you, hey, Devin Goods. Thank you for joining. Just hopping on real quick to do my word of the day. I promised that I would begin to teach the terminology for angel investment so that, so that individuals have a better understanding, hey there, a better understanding of investment readiness and what that means. And so today, I'm simply explaining the word of the day is angel investor. Thank you for sharing your hearts. As you know, my handle is I am an angel investor, and I am. But angel investors are vary. They vary in range. They give in different ranges. So I want to be very clear about what an angel investor is. An angel investor is someone who makes a monetary deposit of some value amount to a particular entrepreneur, a business. Usually it's startups. Somewhere when they're just beginning before they go to their next level of funding. Now, so who and what range are how do they vary? Okay, let me explain. Angel investors usually give somewhere in the neighborhood of $2,000 up to millions of dollars for a particular startup. But depending on how much they're giving will certainly depend on how much your venture is and what your venture is all about. Now, they also have a vested interest in the business that they're going to be giving to. Usually they are particularly experts. Hello, Captivating Crowns. They are generally experts in the field in which they would like to make a deposit or to give a gift. Then you have those angel investors. Hey, Shauna Speaks Life. Thank you for joining. Then you have those angel investors who are foundation, or generally their monies are funneled through foundations. That's the kind of angel I am. I have a foundation called Case by Case Research Foundation, and every year we realign our purpose for the particular year depending on the climatic events of the world and where we need to be making our best deposits, where we need to be growing people. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for sharing and inviting your followers. I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing on Twitter and Facebook. So, an angel investor, as I said before, is someone who's going to make a deposit in your particular business. They generally do that within startups. However, they may also invest in a particular project that you may have. Now, that goes back to me. I'm going to define a little bit about what I do. I am Dr. Eve Angel Savage, and I teach individuals to identify, initiate, and implement strategies of distinction for investment readiness. So I chose that particular pathway because I actually have been working in that particular field for nearly 20 years as a nonprofit executive director and founder and CEO. So when I came from the nonprofit industry, I needed to come up with something sustainable. Hello, thank you for joining. Something sustainable for the foundation, because I wanted to continue to pour money into the foundation so that we can continue to give. So, am I in a windy spot? No, I have the air conditioner on. Maybe let me turn it down. Is that better? Thank you so much, Beauty Mixers. Yeah, I was firing up the air, girl. Hey, Coach Donna. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. But we were talking about angel investment and what that means. So there's all these great criteria, this criteria that angels are looking for. Within a startup, they're generally, I'm going to use myself for example, I'm generally looking for an individual whom I have laid my eyes on their project. I've been watching for some time, and they are exhibiting some true signs of making it really happen for themselves, but yet they don't have any capital to get them moving, or they don't have the all of the knowledge base and the skill base to make it happen. Hello, thank you so much. So what I generally do as an angel investor is I go in to the agency and then I think about how I can help that agency. And so what I then do is I'll say, you know, if I extend this much, will that help you get started? But then I also extend my services. It's very, very important to understand that angels generally like to provide support to individuals who are trying to make things happen. They generally have identified a gap in service, a need for a community, a need for a people, a particular target audience, and they really have have it going on. They have identified activities. Yes, ma'am, like Shark Tank. But they are on a much larger scale. Now, I train people to position themselves like individuals who would go before Shark Tank. But I don't necessarily have the finances like a Shark Tank investor to give, because I give through a foundation versus all of this huge pot of money. So there is a difference between the dollar range of what an investor will do. Hello, Letitia. Thank you for joining. And if I didn't see you or acknowledge you, I'm really sorry. Trying to keep my thoughts together so I can give you as much information as I can. So then, hi, how are you? So then what I generally like to do is prepare startups. I like to prepare startups to position themselves. Begin with the end in mind. A lot of us will have ideas and we really want to make things happen for ourselves, but we don't necessarily do it with the end in mind. When I say that, why not begin your company with an ability to present yourself to a Shark Tank or a mock Shark Tank? Or why not position yourself, you know, with that type of authority? I mean, not just settling for being right here, but why not target for the moon? Why not set no limits on the position and how you can position yourself to be great? So generally what I do is I like to set companies up or help companies to begin with the end in mind. Just like I did. You know, I started out with this nonprofit effort, and then I knew I had to begin to sustain. I knew I didn't want to depend on grants, so I had to come up with a solution to make this happen. And the only way I could do that and still continue my dream with the nonprofit was I had to come up with a funding, an ability to fund my agency and an ability to fund myself as a professional. So I don't have to worry about how I'm going to get an executive director's pay, because I'm getting paid through my for-profit venture, and then I'm pouring a percentage of what I'm making into the nonprofit. So does that make sense to you? Because that's a concept that is so critical. And what happens is you have to make sure the two are aligned with each other. Like, I realize that I have this nonprofit over here, but how does my for-profit measure up with that? Well, the unemployment, there was a problem. So you want to provide opportunities for people to own their own stage. It's a solution for individuals who are most likely to be impoverished, most likely to not be able to obtain the progressive steps, the progression in some type of job employment, or just simply want to have a career that's unlike, being inside of a workforce, because they hone such wonderful skills. Back to what an angel investor does. That's what we do. I am the angel investor who gives. What about nonprofits? Well, I started a nonprofit, and so most of the agencies that I have given to were nonprofit agencies. Most of the agencies that I have provided seed for was for nonprofit agencies. Now, and I think that every single business should have a nonprofit component, because if you don't, you're just basically giving Uncle Sam monies that you don't have to give. You can create a funnel for your own for-profit service by developing some nonprofit interests. can you find out the qualifications on my bit.ly qualifications for funding? Is that what you're saying? Are you looking to for funding? Okay. No, what I'm explaining here, no, I don't have a bit.ly for funding because that all goes through the foundation. We're talking about today. I'm simply talking about what is an angel investor and how they vary in their funding opportunities. So I give through a foundation, and I usually give through my foundation, which is a nonprofit agency. And so that nonprofit agency is if you want to visit that site, we don't have our new qualifications up for next year yet, but it's www.casebykcase.us. www.casebykcase.us. Okay, great. All right. So anyway, we were talking. Do you have any questions about angel investment? Because since you're here, I may as well engage with you all. This is my word of the day, giving you the differences between the types of angels. Now, your multi-million-dollar angels, they're your Silicon Valley angels. Those are the people who want to have equity in your company. I don't have an interest for equity in someone's company. You understand that? Okay, good, cool. So they want to get a percentage. They want a return on their investment. The only return on my investment is that you be successful. So it's more like, for me, it's a passion to provide a seed grant to someone, but I also want to be in there showing you different ways of making and beginning with the end in mind, and being great at what it is that you do. So, and making sure that you navigate appropriately and that you can realize, the true potential of your nonprofit or for-profit venture. Because we give to for-profits too. It's just that most of my work has been given to nonprofit agencies. So that's what an angel investor does. You have those who give seed funding to, and most of us angels like to give in their own backyard. Like, I live in North Carolina. There's no way that I can have a true relationship with someone in California. So most of my giving is going to be in my own community, right here where I am. And most angels, that's what they do. They're going to be giving in their own community. So the important thing is, where are you going to find your angels, right? So there are angels everywhere. And I have a lot of connections with thank you, sweetheart. Hello, beautiful. A lot of connections with angels. So what I am what I'm working on right now is a member site for individuals like you all who want to find funding, because if you establish yourself in a way and be investment ready, then you can qualify for those funds. But here's the clincher. Remember this part. Most times when you are looking at funding for your agency, you have to keep in mind, are you willing to give a percentage of your company over, or some rights over, depending on, because it varies what they want. You never know what they want until you go before them, until you ask them for their money. So the most important thing is to think about is, do I want to have a company, someone invest in my company where I'm subject to having to give a percentage of my company over? Now, a lot of people, there are quite many who will do that because they're looking at an exit plan. They're looking at not just owning one business, but owning multiple businesses. So, like, you could simply some people are in this thing to turn business over like they turn houses over. And you know you can do that. But it's very important to remember that if you're going to do that, that you position yourself to make those types of to be investable. I mean, that's probably not a word. I probably came up with that one. But to be investment ready, that's my thing. To be investment ready. So be thinking about how far do you want to go. Now, you may not be looking for funding at all, but is it better to be investment ready, or is it not to be better to be investment ready? I guess that's the question that you should ask yourself, because a person who is investment ready and is able to receive funding is in really, really, really good standings as a company. So I think it's important to think about, well, what is it that I mean, even if I don't choose to be investment ready, or even if I don't choose to be looking for funding, investment readiness is a good thing. See, that's the thing I want you to see. It is a good thing to be thinking about investment readiness. So, again, I'm going to be looking at my member site. I'm planning that stages of that right now so that I can offer you opportunities so that I can pour into those individuals who truly want to be investment ready. That is another target market altogether. You know, we can sit and we can talk and we can teach about a lot of things, but there is a particular target that I'm also interested in, that I want to go beyond a scope, go beyond these type of presentations, but to make true total deposits in, because that's what they want to do. They want to be investment ready. So look for that. That's going to be coming soon. In the meantime, I will continue to come every day and provide a word of the day, so that you can begin to understand this language. The language is truly critical, because you never know when you might have 2, 3, 4 businesses and decide one day there's one of them you don't want to do anymore. Did you know that you could sell it? Did you know that you could sell the business to someone? But if it's investment ready, is the only way you're going to be able to sell it to anyone, because you have to be able to prove, and you have to have you have to align yourself appropriately for the questions that they're going to ask. So it's very, very important for us to begin to consider positioning ourselves to be investment ready. But that's all I came to share with you guys today. If you have any question, now is the time. Please follow those who've joined the room, because most of the people that I've seen come through the room are, outstanding individuals and have been in our community and are doing great things. And we need to be sharing among one another. So please put up your emojis. Hey, Joanna, thank you for joining. I appreciate all the beautiful hearts. Thank you for inviting your followers. And if you have questions, now is the time. Please put up your emojis also, so that people here can know who you are. Hey, Pratsman, thank you for joining. If you have a business here, please put up your emoji so we can follow you. Oh, from St. Croix, Virgin Islands. Cool beans. Thank you for putting that up. That makes a difference to me. That means our reach is pretty far. So if you own a business or not, say hello. Add a Touch Boutique. Follow her, everyone. Hey, Angelique, tell everyone about your business. We might as well network while we're here. Share with your followers, everybody. So we're talking about angel investment and investment readiness, but it doesn't stop there. Do you all have any questions of me? Anything that you're interested in that you think I might be able to help you with? I know that I'm setting up I'm in my 9th day transition to CEO. So I am preparing myself now to teach from home. So I'm going to be doing presentations probably 2 or 3 times a week on Scope, so that I can teach, small lessons. And then we go deeper in the membership site. Hey, Coleman, Carolyn, thank you for joining. Fashion Jewel, it's best. Angel investors, yes. Oh, Yes, it is. Fertility coach. Follow each other, everyone. And Angelique, oh my goodness, she is the bomb.com when it comes to teaching women about, understanding their bodies and, preparing their bodies for, holistically for, to prepare, to carry those beautiful babies. And the babies that we birth, the natural babies, these professional babies that we birth as well. So I am just excited and elated that you all are here. And I'm hoping that we can begin to develop, some connections. You're following Miss Coleman. Cool beans. Here's what I want you all to do. I got a lot of things going on over at Audacity Group Social Enterprise. So one of the things you want to do is somebody put these emojis up for me so at least the people who are here can go and connect over there. bit.ly/mybestpr. That's one of the sites that's very critical that I'm pushing right now, because I really think that you have to position yourself in your business, and the only way you can do that to be your best PR, you have to know the fundamentals. Cool beans, thank you. She's following you. All right, anybody else in the room, please put up your emojis so that you all can share and follow one another. Hey, Valissa Moore, thank you for joining. We are networking right now. If you own a business, please put up your emojis so that people can follow you. Tell us who you are. If this is your first time on my scope, please tell us who you are. There's my link, bit.ly/mybestpr. Hey, Beauty Mixtures, put up your emojis. Oh my goodness, Beauty Mixtures, she's making some great soap, everyone. So listen, follow her. She's doing some dynamic things. She just started scoping, you guys, 3 weeks ago. When I tell you, she's not just making soap, but she's also educating us on soap making and what to look out for, because we're using products that are not necessarily good for our skin. So I'm totally in the scope thing to learn, because there's so much power up in these rooms. So very important that if you are here and you are looking to grow your business, that you pop into the rooms and sit there for a minute and learn something, because people are truly giving away great content. As I said before, I also coach individuals one-on-one. So if you're interested in coaching with me and you don't have time for classes, then you can also go over to, hey, Christian Life Coach, thank you for joining, everyone. Put up some emojis. Where are you from, Christian Life Coach? Dr. CC, where are you from? And in the meantime, can somebody put up my bit.ly/ okay, cool. bit.ly/ coach with an angel investor. Coach with an angel investor. And that'll take you to my link and tell you a little bit about how that works in terms of coaching with me one-on-one. I also have 10 classes that I teach online, and they're revolving. So, I'll do one at a time, and sometimes two, they may overlap. But, look out for that stuff, because there's some great things that are coming. I have one class that's starting August 1st, and that's the one about being your best PR. There's also a free ebook that's coming out on August 1st as well. If you go ahead and sign up for that, then you'll get the free book coming August 1st. Now, the good thing about that is if you decide to take the class because you don't want to be one-on-one by yourself and you'd rather do it in a group setting, then you won't have to buy the book. But if you take the class and haven't gotten the free book, then you will have to buy the book. So, and it's not that expensive either. So it's a great thing, because we graduate in price. We go from $3.99 to $5.99, and the course now is going $97 until August 4th. But August 1st. But after August 1st, the class will be $147. So there's like this 33% discount right now for that class. So I encourage you to to invest in yourself. Hello, Jasmine Tony Bless. Thank you for joining. I invested $100,000 in my education. Let me reset. This is Dr. Eve Angel Savage, and I teach individuals to identify, initiate, and implement strategies of distinction for investment readiness in business. And we thrive with Sapphire and Amber Pride. So I am truly excited about God's goals for me. Hey, Super Kingdom, thank you for joining. We're networking right now. So if you just entered the room, tell us who you are, where you're from, and put up emojis for your business, because we want to know who we're among. You know, we never know who we're entertaining. Again, this is Dr. Savage, and we're talking about angel investment. And what is an angel investor? Well, you have your Silicon Valley angel investors who donate millions of dollars, and they're the ones who are generally 99% of the time, they're your accredited angels. Then you have those angels like me who just want to give, and give, right? And I give through a foundation that I created so that I am in a nonprofit capacity and a for-profit capacity, and I send a lot of the revenues that I earn to my foundation. So say, for example, if you were to enter my class, or if you were to buy my book, then 20% of those residuals from you making the purchase goes into the foundation. That's the wonderful thing about my business, is that I not only do I have this for-profit venture, but I give a certain amount of my revenues to the foundation to help others. So it's strategic. Everything is strategic. So you have to be strategic in your thinking and how you can help while you're making money as well, because it is God's will. We know that it's God's will that we give, because when you give, giving comes back to you. So let that be the first thing we do. The very first thing we do is we always want to position ourselves to give to others. Position yourself to be empowered always. Position yourself to invest in yourself. Position yourself to learn something every day. To position yourself to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid. And we teach those things as well. One of the best lessons I learned was about community building. I've been a community organizer for a long time as well within my community, implementing programs, designing programs, and structuring programs. And you can find all this information on my website under my bio under Dr. Eve Angel Savage. If you want to go to the homepage, you can go to bit.ly/I am an angel. bit.ly/I am an angel. When you go there, you can explore some of the things that we're doing. Now, if you are also new to the group and have not yet, yes, community building is a big deal. So, and you already know that if you're not building, then you are missing out. So here's the deal. We do Pass the Biz every single Thursday. And it is off the chain. When I tell you, hey, Fever Flow, thank you for joining. When I tell you we are networking and meeting people, and it's like being in the same space with these individuals because we're spending time with one another and getting to know one another, it is imperative that you go over to bit.ly/Pass the Biz. Get yourself on the roster. Get yourself on the roster so that you can be a part of what we're doing. Because I literally have slots for I think we can do up to 24 people. 24 businesses is what I have space for, and it is an awesome community. So I'm telling you, if this is something that you are interested in and you have not scoped yet, I don't care where you're from. Everything we do is on Eastern Standard Time. We will make it possible for you to be a part of our community because we want to know more about what you're doing. And not just that, but we want to provide the support that you need. Remember what I first said. The very first thing you want to do is give. You always want to add value to other people. And in community building, that's what we do. So be in a position not just to sell, but be in a position to educate about something. Be in a position to add value to other people. Just like I know there are a lot of people who don't know about angel investment. And my handle, I'm an angel investor. Even though I have this company and I have this nonprofit, I can teach what I know, right? Somebody gave me $10,000 one year in my nonprofit, but that was because I was in a position for them to do that. They felt very comfortable about the work I had been doing in my community. It was all in the press. It was all in the news. It was everywhere. So people knew in my business plans, for 2 years, I did the research before I even put my company on the map, my nonprofit on the map. And when I came out, people were like, "Hey, Renee, how you doing?" People were saying, "Well, where did you come from? Who is this youth today? And where did she come from?" Well, because I was making stride. It was very important that I look at the need first. And so I did my research. I did my research on the region, on the company, and everything I wanted to do to make sure that I was in a really good position to make it happen. And guess what? Somebody came and gave me $10,000. It was off the chain. And that's why I am an angel investor, because somebody did it for me, so I did it for somebody else. And look at here go this beautiful baby. Look at here, y'all. Hey. Look, say hi to my peeps, everybody. I'm on Scope and I'm getting ready to go see my mom, but say hello to, look. Say hey. We changing the guards right now. Y'all coming out?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going in.
Go get Pepsi.
I got some food. I have food, so just get a Pepsi.
Okay.
Get me one too.
Right.
Okay, so we getting ready to go take care of mommy, right? So the deal is, I want some food too, girl. I got mommy some food, so I'm getting ready to go in here and take care of my mom. Remember, we gotta give, right? And the great thing about the things that we do when we can go global like this, we are everywhere. Global anytime. Girl, I'm hungry. I know, right? I got some Bojangles for my mom, so I'm going in. Welcome to my Scope, you guys. You guys are awesome, and global is the way to go. And I am on day number 9, you guys. I'm about to have a jump party. I am jumping, and I am going to be leaving my job, and I'm going to be walking in my calling, and I am not a tad bit confused about my decision. And that's why you want to position yourself to make sure that when you're ready, you don't have to think about it anymore. Yes, ma'am, I'm jumping. August 12th is my last day, and I am so excited, you guys. Today I spent all morning setting up, files and putting my, little hot spots so I can scope whenever I need to, little hot spots in my home, and, just getting it ready so that, being at home is comfortable, because, I won't be walking out of my, I'll be walking downstairs or upstairs to my new space, so I won't be having to walk into someone's building, or I can, travel and, work wherever I want to because of this. This has allowed us a fortune, an ability to work anywhere we want to. So while you're thinking about your business, be sure to be thinking about agility. Agility was my word yesterday. I will. That's my goal. I went through my closets and, checked my clothes, my shoes, because I'm going all the way with this, because it's going to be business meetings and plans and teaching, and I need to meet people, and a lot of things that I had not been able to do, I'm going to be able to do now. And so I'm really, really excited. Thank you for joining, man. Quinn 6. We're talking about business and working at home and angel investment. But let me go back. I was saying how important it is to, yesterday's word was agility, and how I was talking about the importance of being sure that thank you so much, that you're in a position to be flexible and adaptable with the coming changes, because just like books used to be on shelves. Now books are on audio tapes, and books are on tablets, and books are on smartphones. And so Okay, but transform business meetings, exactly, right? So what I'm saying is that it's very, very important for you to have that agility about your business. Be looking at how you can be adaptable to the things that are coming. And so the only way you can do that is to stay abreast of what's going on. You know, sometimes we got to get out of these mirrors too. You know, even though they're good for us and we can do all these wonderful things, we also have to set up some time where we're not in front of them. So in my plan last week, I started looking at how I was going to use my morning, you know, like I'm going to get up and, you know, I'm going to, you know, take my daughter to school. She's in high school, she's a 10th grader. Take her to school, you know, she has to be early. I'm going to get up and walk my dog. I'm going to exercise and maybe think about a project. I want my newspaper delivered to my front door so I can have coffee and look and read about the New York Times and read about the stock market and see what's going on in the world from a perspective that where I'm not influenced, you know, because we can get on our computer sometimes and you can get caught up in a funnel so quick because you can go there to do one thing and find you got 50 windows open doing some things and you ADHD. And I mean, look, this is serious because I have thought at one time that was a problem for me because, you know, I could start doing one thing and woo, I was everywhere. So very important to have some structure. Very important to know, you know, set some times. You know, I started looking at my calendar, you know, like what days I'm going to do this and what days I'm going to do that and what days I'm going to scope. And, you know, it's so important that we position ourselves to make sure that we maximize. Yeah, we be interrupting ourselves, but you got to put yourself in a position that you maximize your potential, maximize your time, and so that you can be great, you know, be great. Hey, good to see you. Thanks for joining me. That's Jen, the Grant Guru, everybody. Y'all need to follow her because that's the nonprofit guru. When I tell you she's the nonprofit guru, I don't have nothing on this lady. She got 30 years of everything nonprofit experience. So, Jen, put up your emojis. Y'all need to follow her. Y'all need to follow Jen, the Grant Guru, because she know everything there is, and she gonna teach you some things. I'm following Jen, the Grant Guru. Yeah, I'm following her. I've been in it 20 years, but Jen's had every single position possible in the grant industry, nonprofit industry. So be sure to follow her so that you know what's going on in your nonprofit industries, okay? So again, you know, we're talking about the angel investments and the difference between those angels and how some, you know, give from a foundation perspective and some give from, you know, millions of dollars, some anywhere from a couple $1,000s to millions of dollars. And those individuals, you know, always usually give in their own backyard. They give to some of them give looking for a return on their investment, equity within your own within your company. And then there are those like me. I'm just looking to be a part of making your dreams great, you know. And so I just make a deposit and want to get in there and you know, with my hands in something that I have a vested interest in as well and make it work for you, you know. And so a lot of the projects that I get involved in are human service related because that is my degreed area. I have a PhD in human services, so, and social and community services. So I have a strong interest in people. And I have a strong interest in social and community services and how we progress and how we help people to get and address and cope with their current situations and how to deal with the effects of societal conditions. So I want to make sure that you understand what an angel investor is. And we give, and I give from a foundation perspective, but it's the foundation that I created so I can maintain and don't have to be controlled by other people's money. So very, very important that you follow Jen, the Grant Guru, because she can help you with some things. I'm following her because there's some things I want to do differently. Oh, girl, I do this on purpose too. I literally do this on purpose because I want to make sure that I want to live to be the best me. And I tell you, I have on a pair of tight, not tights, but slim line pants, a nice little simple shirt. I put on my pearls because pearls represent who I am. And, this hair is totally natural. So, hey, I get up and I spray it and keep it moving. Where am I located? I'm in Greenville, North Carolina. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jen, the Grand Guru. Yes, and it's simple, I tell you, I'm loving you guys. I'm loving you guys, loving all the engagement, and that it's important to me, and I'm there for you as well. I'm hopping on those scopes of people that I think that I can add value to. So it's very important that you don't just follow everybody, but you make sure that you're following those people that can feed you, that can feed your spirit and feed your business, and those people that you know and trust. Because knowing and trusting is very, very important. Okay, you guys. So anyway, I love you guys. But my mommy's in this nursing home, so I got to go in here and give her some food. Oh, thank you so much. You're in Charlotte? Beauty Mixtures. I was just there. I was there on Monday and Tuesday. I took my daughter to a rock concert. She went to see 5 Seconds of Summer. Lord have mercy, y'all. I have a rock star in my house. Thank you, Renee. Renee, I'm looking forward to you coming back on in August for Pass the Biz. So for all of you who are not on for Pass the Biz, please, please, please. Oh yeah, she does? Yeah. Did she go to the concert? Thank you so much, Jen, the Grand Guru. Thank you. Thank you, Renee. Did she go to that concert that was there? Because I tell you, my baby had oh, mine's a 16 too, girl. I'll take it, but I go with her. That's the joys of being a CEO. I do too, Renee. I do. I love it. And I tell you, this last one I had was a powerhouse. I mean, it was a powerhouse. And, even with all of its flaws, people should see flaws because people need to know how you fix the flaws. Because if everything was so perfect, then you don't teach people how to fix things. It's just like children, right? You have children and you have a mama and a father, right? Okay, cool. You have a mother and a father. And if they never ever see how parents fix things, then they never learn how to fix things throughout life because they've never experienced it. So that's why I share with my coach, Side Hustle, that it's okay, it's okay if we have a gap. It's okay if it's not perfect because we're teaching people how to build a community, respect the community enough to show up on time and to be there when you say you're going to be there and to create great content and to do the wonderful things to build community that you add value to other people. But process improvement it's an ongoing process. And so, okay, cool. So I want you guys to, be thinking too, since I'm on this little soapbox right here, right now, be thinking about your content for Thursday. Teach us something. Teach me something. Remember the meal plan. Main idea, evidence, add some value, and lead to something else. But after you teach me something, okay, that's the plan. People talk about, people get on Scope and on Periscope and they always want to sell you something. Well, we're business owners. If you never learn to sell your business, then you're going to be broke. So that's the purpose. Our community building is to support each other and teach each other the concepts. So my concept to all of you is this: meal plan, main idea, evidence, add some value, and then lead to your product. It's a meal plan. It's what I went by in graduate school to write every single paragraph that I wrote that led to my dissertation. So that's what I want you guys to do. Your meal plan. Main idea, evidence, add some value, and lead to something else. And I'm glad you guys enjoyed the scope. Thank you so much. Peace and blessings to all of you. Have a great afternoon. I love you guys.